everybody. So today's reading is Does My Spouse Love Me? Pile A, Pile B, Pile C, and I'll see you at the timestamps below. Bye. What's up, Pile A? So this is your reading. The question is, does my spouse love me? And your answer is a definite yes, okay? Now, although your spouse loves you, there is some things here that I do want to go over. You do have the Lovers, and that was the first card. Like before, as I started shuffling, that card just popped out. I feel like you and your person have a tremendous amount of connection. Y'all have like this abundance of love. They all just feed off of each other. Y'all have like this strong connection, almost like when you think of them, they think of you. When you talk about them, they talk about you. They feel it whenever y'all are just thinking about each other. I feel like it's a very, very strong connection. However, I do feel like there's a little bit of a, problems going on in the relationship, in other words. And I feel like y'all are not really coming forward with those problems. It's more like y'all are just, you're allowing your ego to hold y'all back and to be stern and firm with your decisions that you are making. So for example, if you're not feeling the need to come forward, you're really not. You're putting your feet down and you're like, I'm not gonna fucking move. I'm not gonna go forward. You're gonna come to me. You're gonna work this out. And even when your person does come forward, or y'all do come forward with one another, there's always fighting going on in the relationship. There could be a lot of bad habits going on, a lot of addictive behaviors. There could be a lot of drinking that's being involved lately that's causing y'all to fight, or causing other things in the relationship to come up that y'all have never seen before. So now it's kind of like, why all of a sudden are we doing this? Why all of a sudden is our relationship, does it seem like we're falling apart? Does it seem like we're fighting more than usual? And y'all know these bad habits, but y'all not doing anything about it, and it's kind of like you're not allowing karma to come and hit you in the face. It's like you're just taking it for what it is. You're not dealing with the problems. You're just allowing yourself to fight and then just kind of sweeping it under the rug and then just going on with your business. You're not really fixing the problems so that y'all can move forward and have this perfect abundance of love. Instead, y'all are just kind of like, y'all have this in the mix of your relationship and you're just sweeping it under the rug, and you already know that in order to move forward, we have to talk about this. We have to communicate about this. But y'all are doing it in such a hasty way, It's almost to where when y'all talk about it, one or the other walks out and y'all don't ever get the situation resolved. So then the problems still exist. So when they come up in the future and y'all are fighting about this again, all the other problems in the past, everything that y'all fought about comes right back up and it's repeated again. And then y'all are going through this hassle, this problem over and over and over. And y'all relive it again and again. But then y'all come out of it, it's like y'all don't deal with it, but then y'all come forward, y'all still move on with the relationship. Y'all keep on moving forward with the relationship. So there's a lot of love, there's a lot of compassion, and there's a big, strong connection, even sexually. I think the energy is just amazing and it's hot and spicy. But there's a lot of unresolved issues in this relationship, which is causing, an impairment into this relationship. It's causing some sort of distance, okay? Because I don't think that y'all are distant in bed, and I don't think they are distant when you're just hanging out, but emotionally it's causing a drift, okay, where you feel like you can't talk to your person because they're gonna walk away, or they feel like you're gonna walk away. But there's a lot of negative attributes that are being implemented into this relationship that you need to go over, and you need to find justice in this relationship. There needs to be some sort of balance, which there isn't. And I feel like whether it's you or your person that's bringing in those problems, they're blocking their karma coming towards them. They're blocking their knowledge or their, their way of changing their stability. Okay. What I mean by, I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say with that. It's like they just don't want to take accountability for their actions. Okay. Sorry if I'm getting a little tongue twisted there. They just don't want to take any action. They don't want to take any fault in it, and they blame you, and there's a lot of fights going on. So like I said, there's something that's negative in your relationship that you need to fix. Only you know what that is, and you will succeed in your relationship. And in order to have a healthy relationship, you must talk about it, okay? And so I do have these advice cards on the side. I'm going to go ahead and read those to you. So you have vulnerability. I allow myself to talk about my feelings without fear of external judgment or internal drama. When I express my feelings, a couple of funny things happen. I feel like a kindergartner. Or number 2, everything gets lighter, easier, and filled with the comforting glow of honesty. Hey, no wonder kindergartners seem so fun and stress-free. And this is exactly what I'm trying to tell you, that you need to speak about your problems and not throw those under the rug anymore. Don't toss that under the rug anymore. If there's a problem in your relationship, something that you're not liking, or an addiction or an addictive way or an addictive behavior that your spouse is bringing into the relationship that they didn't have before, you need to talk about it and not just move along with the relationship like, oh, whatever, I'm gonna act like it didn't happen. If no, it happened, you need to talk about it. And if you don't like it, you need to put your foot down, and like you are here, you need to put or your person needs to put your foot down, and y'all need to speak about it without the drama, without the hostility and the anger and the rage. Okay, we can talk about it like 2 grown adults, and we can get through this. But there's a lot of love here. Okay, receiving. I open up and allow myself to receive love in all ways, from all directions. It may seem scary, but it's better than receiving audits, bedbugs, or hate mail. I receive love, and it feels so good that I decided to receive it some more, and then some more, and maybe just a wee bit more. That's such a cute card. But yeah, once again, you're going to receive that love. Like I said, once you talk about it with your spouse, you will receive that abundance of love that you guys first had in the very beginning, which I really like this card. And this is also from my new deck, which is a Modern Witch tarot deck. This is an amazing deck. I really like it. I really enjoy the awesome colors. But yeah, that is your spread, Pile A, and I hope that resonates in some kind of way. Remember, speak to your spouse about the bad behaviors or the bad things that they're implementing into your relationship. If you don't like it, put your foot down and speak about it. Don't just hold back and allow these traits to keep going on, because if you do that, then it's later on, it's hard to change that, because that person you've already accepted that person for so long that person's going to think, well, this is a normal behavior, and you already knew me at my worst or at my best, blah, blah, blah. What are you bitching about now? So if you have a problem, speak your mind. Don't let it just be swept under the rug. Okay, Pale? That is your reading. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Bye. What's up, Pal B? So here is your reading. The question is, does your spouse love you? Let's go ahead and start. So right away, I see the moon right here. So I feel like your person is really stuck in their head, staying up late at night, just thinking about past things in their life, past hurt, past drama, past things that have happened between you guys. Maybe on the outside, y'all have a very good relationship where people look at y'all, kind of look up to you guys, but within themselves, they are very saddened. They think a lot, and they think a lot about the hurt that they've been put through with you, or something that they went through with you. But it keeps them up at night. It doesn't let them sleep. They're feeling a lot of anxiety. They assume a lot of things. They create these stories in their head, and it causes them to get even more sad. It's like if they feel like they can't talk to you, then they create more drama in their own head, and it keeps them up. It keeps them from not moving forward with this relationship. Though with the 3 of Swords in reverse, I do feel like your person is trying to get out of that mental state of mind, feeling stuck in that energy of that burden. Whatever may have happened, it could have been a deception, it could have been a third-party situation, but this person is tired of feeling like that, and they know that they got to get out of that mental state, and they're trying to go through a healing process, but they still think about it. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to let it go, okay? If your person is trying to mend their heart, come out of this broken stage, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to, just stop thinking of the past and stop thinking of past hurt. That doesn't mean that, okay? It just means that they know what the right thing is that they need to do. It's going to still be difficult for them to move forward. However, moving forward with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I do feel like your person is not going to try to put a lot of work into it like they did in the past. I feel like in the past they put a lot of work into this. They try to make this work and they try to give you everything that they possibly could, but because they're still heartbroken and they still think about the past, to them it's like, hell no, I'm not going to put any effort into this relationship unless they put an effort into this relationship. I'm not going to do it like I did before. They need to show me how much I mean to them and how much of a priority I am to them this time around. But they're still hanging on even though they feel like there's not much of a reason to hang on. It's like, I'm gonna hang on because I feel like they're clinging on to you because they feel like codependent towards you. They feel like this is the only thing towards love that they can really find, or that they'll never find another person like you, or that they'll never find another love like you, because they think so much of the past, the good times, they think about the bad times. And unfortunately right now what they're dealing with is something of a heartbreak. Okay, they're saddened. And even now, coming with the Seven of Swords, this person is still thinking about those kind of things. There was a lot of lies, deception, red flags that this person saw in this relationship, but they still continued on with this relationship. And it's like they don't want to put any work into it, but they still want to be with you. You know, it's like, I'm still going to fight with you. I'm still going to fight with you. I'm not going to work at it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, blah, blah, blah. And they tell you everything that they're not going to do anymore, but they're still in this relationship. So then it keeps you wondering, well, why are you even with me? Why are you with me if you're treating me so ugly? You're treating me like you don't want to be in this relationship. You're always fighting with me. Why are you with me then? Because they still love you. They care about you and they still want to hang on. So does your person love you? Yes, they love you. They just don't want to put the work into it anymore. They want you to put in the work into it. Now, I don't know what the situation was, but if you hurt this person is feeling like it's your turn to make me happy. It's your turn to show me that I'm a priority in your life. Now, I don't know about your situation, but if your person is going to constantly hold on to the past, then it's going to be really hard for you to move on to the future. It's going to be hard to move forward. So if I was you, I would suggest sitting down and talking with your spouse, talking about the past hurt, because even though it's such a touchy subject and we don't like to touch that area so much, it's the best thing to do in order for us to move forward. Because if we don't move forward and we don't resolve those issues, then we're always going to be stuck like this, and you're always going to feel like you're the one working at this relationship while this person's just sitting back and just with you. For what reason? It's like, why are you here? What are you doing? And you're going to probably ask that question so often because that person's not going to show you any love or any support, because they're not going to make you their priority anymore. They're not going to show you the love anymore. They're going to want you to show them. And every time that you maybe want to talk about it or you bring something up, it's like they're just always on the defense. They always want to fight. They're ready to attack because of things that they remember. And now, because of the swords being in here, I feel like this person is constantly in their head. Okay, so they could be assuming things, they could be making up things and, you know, stories in their head, shit that isn't even true, which is a very toxic trait. Okay, so just be mindful about that as well. So we do have these cards for the advice. I'm gonna go ahead and read those for you. So you have ownership. I take ownership for how I make others feel, and I do my part to repair any bridges I might have burned, or perhaps even lightly signed. If bridge mending feels impossible, then I can start small. Instead of becoming a bridge architect, maybe I'll just skip the bridge and walk a long way around. Taking ownership is great for burning calories. This is so funny. I love these cards because they're just like kind of kiddish. But again, I'm like really fucking kiddish. So, but that is, you know, that's what I mean by taking ownership. Talk about it. If you did something wrong, apologize for your actions. But in order for you to have a great relationship and move forward, it's all about taking ownership and, yeah, ownership and on the mistakes that you made in your relationship. Sorry if my table's moving, guys. And then you have your next advice, which is open-heartedness. I know that life and the people living it can be an absolute bummer sometimes, but I promise not to let unhappy chapters make me jaded. If I let negative experiences turn me sour, then the jerks win. So I'll move on with an open and hopeful heart, if only because I hate losing jerks. And that's another thing right there. You just have to be mindful that if this person wants to treat you ugly, you're gonna have to move it along, and you can't take it. Like, if you fucked up in the past and you've been sorry and you've asked this person for forgiveness, then if they're still with you throughout all this shit, then they're there for a reason. Okay, so if you're there for a reason, fucking help fight for this relationship, but stop being in this Eight of Pentacles aura type, you know. And if this is, I don't know, this could be your energy, or this could be the other person. However, it doesn't matter. If it resonates with you, just don't be that sorry ass person who is not working at the relationship. Okay, if you're in it, you're like, I want to be in it even though I got fucked over, then you're in it for a reason. Okay, so work at your relationship and get out of your head. You know, try to learn how to trust your person, or vice versa. Your person needs to learn how to trust you again. But this energy, you can't move forward with that kind of energy. Okay, so that is your reading, Pal B. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later. Bye. What's up, Pal C? I was gonna say Pal B. That's weird. Maybe you should check out that video too. So this is your reading, and your question is, does my spouse love me? So right away, the energy that I'm getting from this is yes, your spouse does love you. However, there's just a little bit of things in here that I kind of want to go over from the energy that I was feeling. I feel like your person has a very, very strong bond towards you. They have this drive towards you, just like this fire energy. They crave you, they seek you. It's like you probably have like a long distance relationship with this person, or you probably live several miles away, and this person comes and visits you on a daily. But this person, like, their first impulse is to just see you every day and be with you all the time. And it's like they have that drive. You're their motivation. You are what drives them wild, you know, in a sense. But I feel like your spouse has some unhealthy habits that they're trying to come out of, whether that's drinking, whether that's being verbally abusive, or you know, and I hate to say this, but even sometimes physically abusive, you know, keeping you trapped, you know, in a sense where they keep you trapped with their words, like the negative things that they say. They'll tell you, like, baby, I'm gonna change with this Wheel of Fortune, or I'm gonna change, I'm not gonna be this person anymore, I don't want to be like that with you because I care about you, blah blah blah. But then they continue, and it's a ongoing cycle, and you're kind of just hanging on. Like, you're hanging on because you love this person, and you're hanging on because it could be codependency as well. But you're hanging on, and you're still thinking at the same time, like, is this meant to be? Like, am I supposed to really be hanging on? Should I hang on? Should I keep going on with this relationship? Should I let this person go? And you're just really indecisive of the next step that you need to take in this relationship, because I feel like you already know this person tells you this on a constant basis, and now you're just like kind of stuck with, can you believe this person or not? But I think when this person shows you that they are sorry and that they're not going to be this devil in reverse anymore, they're just showing you how loyal they are to you and how loving, and they feed you all this abundance of love and peace and joy and tranquility into your life, and you're like, yes, this is the person that I want. But you still have your guards up, you know? You're kind of moving forward, and you're like, okay, I need to work at this. I need to trust this person. But at the same time, you're still kind of scared, you know? You're still kind of keeping up your guard because you're unsure of if this is going to last or not. Okay, so I do see that your person really does care about you, but I just see that they're trying to overcome these unhealthy habits. Now, I could be wrong, you know, just take it as it resonates, but this person could have told you this once and they're finally changing, and you're just holding up your guard. Or this person, I was gonna say parson, or this person could have been telling you this a lot, and you've been seeing a cycle that it just recurs all the time. It's just an ongoing thing. It's like they say they're going to change, but they really don't. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. But I do feel like your person really does care about you, and they do want to make a change. Now it's just up to you. Now you're just going to have to take their word for it and see where it goes, you know? But yes, I do think that it's a wise thing to kind of hold your guard up and just kind of see what their true intentions are. But at the same time, if you see that it's a recurring cycle and there's a lot of red flags, then you need to ask yourself if this is the kind of relationship that you want to be with somebody who has addictive behaviors. Because if you don't speak up right now and you allow this person to keep doing it over and over, and you keep taking them back every time that they apologize, then they're going to think the next time it's going to be okay, because all I got to do is say I'm sorry and she's going to forgive me, or he's going to forgive me. So you need to finally come up with a decision and say, I'm going to forgive you, but this is going to be the last time. Or you know what, as much as you love me, I'm not going to take it anymore. So it's up to you how you're going to take this, what this person has to offer you now. Okay, so now let's go ahead and read your advice. You have wholeness. I am complete, whole, and filled with love. I have everything I need. If I ask or look for more, I'm ignoring the loving gifts that are already in my life. Instead, I'll be grateful and acknowledge that anything else would be extra icing on life's cake. Aren't these cards so cute? Like, these are so freaking cute. I don't even know, like, this is actually the tarot deck that I got. Well, not the tarot deck, but these are the affirmation cards. But they're just so cute. But yes, I think that you have a lot of love, a lot of abundance in your life right now. And I think that you need to learn to love yourself, love your relationship, and learn to speak good things towards your relationship and towards your spouse. But at the same time, love yourself enough to know when to walk away, okay? So you also have listening. I activate my receptive side and become an engaged, intuitive, professional grade listener. Supercharged listening gives me the ability to not only hear the words others are saying, but also to perceive the emotions hiding between their words. Armed with the knowledge, I'll be in a great position to give them exactly what they need, or if I prefer, to dominate the planet. So once again, you are going to be armed like this Knight of Wands. You need to protect yourself. Listen to what this person is saying to you, what they are offering you, the promises that they are making you, the changes that they say that they're going to make. Accept it, engage in it, and say, okay, I hear you, I accept what you're saying, but this is what I'm saying to you. If you don't change and this continues and this is a repetitive cycle, I'm not going to have any part in it. So you need to put your best foot forward and put your foot down and say what you want, not just when this person comes around and says, I'm going to change, I'm going to do XYZ, and you're just like, okay, okay, sure. No, you need to also say, well, I want XYZ too. Okay? So that's your reading, Pal C. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.